Hey guys, okay. Let me start off by saying I had no intentions of filming this video. I just finished a workout, and I don't know about y'all, but I find that sometimes while I'm working out, I have time to just kind of like think through things that are like running around in my mind and in my heart. And I had something just kind of like settle in. I'm like feeling a little bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know why. That I feel like the Lord has just kind of put on my heart, and I wanted to share. So here's a bit of backstory. It is the 9th. It's the 9th of January. If you hear a munching noise, Flynn is chewing his little toy. So that's what's going on. It's the 9th of January, 2020. And I have now been married a little over 7 months, which is wild. And if you were to ask me, Kate, what do you want, like in life right now, just in general, like, what are you like longing for? I'm longing for routine. Probably ever since I got engaged, like I have just been missing this element of like consistency in my life. And that's because of A, planning a wedding, B, figuring out a move to Florida, C, travel, D, being my own boss, like not really having a super structured day to day. I would tell you for probably, the past year and a half, year-ish, I've just been longing for routine. And I feel like in an effort to try to hunt down that routine, I keep running at this super fast pace. And in doing that, I think the most important things in my life slip. And here's what I mean by that. Things like my time with the Lord, which is always the best and most important part of my day. All of a sudden, other things are more pressing in my mind. Things like taking the second to work out and just move my body. Things like, okay, this actually made me think of it earlier, like doing laundry, like taking a second to like flip a shirt inside out instead of just like hurriedly doing it all and throwing it in. Like, I don't know why I'm in this big rush. And I realized, okay, I'm in this rat race so I can get things done so I get back to routine. And I feel like the Lord has just been settling on my heart. Routine has become an idol in my life. Have you ever heard? I've never heard that. I feel like routine is a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's something that a lot of us want, depending on your personality type. Many of us thrive on it. But all of a sudden I've been realizing I have been feeling so, not like to my core discontent, but on like the surface level, I've just been feeling a level of discontentment because my life doesn't have a routine layout. And the Lord is showing me, wait, Kate, that is such an idol. Instead of wishing and waiting for life to just settle back into routine, what if I were to spend that energy embracing the newness and the differentness of each day? So to kind of take you back a little bit, I love New Year's. I love refreshing and restarting. I know there's nothing magical about a new year, but I still use it as a time to like reset. This year, I've had this much time to do that. Andrew and I had our first Christmas alone here in Florida, so that was a big change. Then my parents and my sister and her boyfriend came and visited me and Andrew, but Andrew's at the hospital all weekend in Florida. Tons of fun, no routine. And now, tomorrow, I'm going to Rwanda with an incredible organization called Africa New Life, raising money for their school lunch program. Anyways, so are you seeing the consistent like line? Zero routine. And I feel a little bit, if I'm being honest, I feel drained. I think a little bewildered. I feel nervous, a bit trepidatious about flying to Rwanda. And I've never been to Africa. I've never done anything like this. All that to say, instead of taking the time to just breathe, embrace this like month/year of anti-routine, I have just been like in my mind running around and not letting the peace of the Lord, not letting that peace infiltrate my heart. So in a nutshell, I wanted to share 2 things with you. Not everyone, but many people pick a word for their year. Typically mine has to do with self-discipline because that is always an area I need to work on. This year, I don't have a word. I have a phrase that, again, I know it may sound weird if you're not really into your faith or faith in general, but a phrase the Lord has laid on my heart is take the extra time. take the extra time to spend 15 minutes or 5 minutes or an hour in the Word alone with God. Take the extra time to flip the t-shirt inside out while you're folding laundry. Take the extra time to stop and talk to your neighbor. Instead of ducking and covering and getting along with your day, take that extra time to call the friend. Like, I'm just realizing I need to slow it down. And I don't think that happens in this big life-altering way. I think it just happens in me stopping the shortcuts, like the little tiny shortcuts in life, and taking the extra time. So that's my first thing about 2020. Here's the second thing. This year, I really don't like using like hit phrases or like catchy slogans, but my intention, if you will, I'm so millennial, is to embrace non-routine. I'm going to think of a better and prettier way of saying that and articulating that, but I am going to stop just wishing and waiting for my life to get back to a place of a routine. Because let me give you a little spoiler alert. I've been wanting routine for like, ever since I graduated college, and it hasn't come. So maybe you do have routine in your life, and that's great. If you're like me and you feel like you just keep waiting for like life to settle down, I feel like that is a great way for the enemy to bring us discontentment, to steal our joy from where the Lord has put us right now. So I'm inviting you to join me in this being the year where we stop idolizing routine. Instead, let's be grateful and thankful and excited about where the Lord has put us right now. And right now for me means a messy house. Hello. Tons of laundry. This is like the stacked part. A suitcase over here that is empty that I'm packing for Awanda tomorrow. A kitchen I need to clean. Behind on emails. Needing to finish blog posts. Like, none of it is scheduled or laid out. None of it really is like neat and tidy and things being checked off of my to-do list. And that is great. And I am telling myself this as I'm processing it with you. Like, I want to embrace that. I don't want to shoo that away or be stressed out about it when the joy of the Lord is my strength. That is what's going to give me the ability to be happy and content in this season of change, in this season of no routine whatsoever. And I'm excited about it. So I have zero idea if any of that made sense. But if you're like me, you know what it's like to need to just like verbally process. And lucky for you, Andrew's at work and my dog, I think he listens to me, but he probably gets bored like a few minutes in when it doesn't involve the word TREAT. So thank you. Let me know what you're feeling about, wow, let me try that again. Let me know how you're feeling about 2020. Do you have a word? Do you have an intention? I don't mean that in like a sarcastic way. I genuinely mean it. Do you have, do you idolize routine? Am I the only one? I would love to get your thoughts on this. As always, I'm very, very, very thankful to share my crazy, random life with you. I'm excited about this trip to Rwanda tomorrow. I'm going to be sharing about it more on stories. There's some amazing women that are already sharing about it. Check out Jamie Ivy. Check out Cezanne. I'll link all the girls that are going on this trip below. So excited about this. And now I'm going to get on with the rest of this day, embracing it for the chaos that it is. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.